Okay guys, I have another fruit that I got from the market Italy in New York City, and this is a very dangerous place for me because every time I go into Italy I spend at least $50, so I try not to go in there that often. But this is kind of funny though, because like I went there 3 days ago and there was nothing interesting, and then I went again today and I found something really crazy. I found Witch's Fingers grapes. These come from the company Grapery, and they're the same company that I got cotton candy grapes from. They produce that, and those are grapes that are so sweet and sugary that people liken them to cotton candy, and it did remind me of cotton candy. These ones, they call these teardrop, but they also have the other name, Witch's Fingers. These are really cool looking. I mean, I don't know how these taste. These might not be like super interesting flavor-wise, but for how it looks, this would be really, really cool to have at like a party or something. Like if you wanted to put out like a fruit tray or like a cheese tray or something, you just like lay down this bad boy right next to it and you've got like an instant like icebreaker. Everyone's gonna walk over and be like, what the heck is with this grape? Instant fun at a party. It's like a little finger. It's about like half my pinky. They're like the size of like a baby finger. But I think if you were to sell these as baby fingers, you know, people might not buy them as quite so much. But how do these taste? They're very crispy. I bit into it and there's like shot juice all over my hand. Tastes like grapes. I mean, if you went to the store and just bought like red grapes, it tastes like that. Only thing is that these are really bizarre looking, and that's reason enough to pick these up. How much you want to spend for this novelty is up to you. I got these for $15. Yeah, what was I thinking? $15.33 for this bag. It's worth picking up for the novelty if you want to like impress your friends. Are you gonna pick this up and just like sit at home and just eat it while you're watching TV? I mean, you can, but it'd be kind of sad. Alright, I have another grape from the company Grapery. I got this from Italy again. And they are expensive. It's an expensive place. I cannot mention Italy without being like really excited and really disappointed about how much money I just spent. And this is certainly the case with that. $14 for a few pounds of bizarre looking grapes. And these ones are very interesting looking. You know, the ones that I had before, they looked like fingers. They're witch's fingers. These ones, if I had to relate this to a body part, yeah, never mind. There might be kids watching this. Where it connects to the stem, that looks kind of normal, but then you turn it around, it just gets all obscene, like all up in your face right there. But interesting. If I were to relate this look to something that is not obscene, I would say that this looks a little bit like the honeyberry, which is a fruit that I have not had, but I've seen pictures of it. It looks a little bit like this, just like a different, lighter color. It's much larger than any grape that I've seen. I mean, the witch's fingers were pretty big, but they're just long. Like, these are long and they are chubby. So, let me give this one a try. These have a nice texture to them. They're like a little bit more crispy and dense. It tastes like a really good quality black grape. It's very flavorful, very sweet. Live with it. No tartness to it. Maybe like a teeny bit. It's got a nice flavor. It's not like overwhelmingly sweet the way the cotton candy grapes were, but they have a nice strong grape flavor. So if you like grapes, this is one to pick up. I don't know if I can justify spending as much money as I did on these. I mean, I wouldn't buy these again just to watch TV and eat grapes, but to spend a little extra to have some sort of bizarre fruit at like a party, I mean, this would look really cool on like a cheese platter or something. So I say like that's a good way to use it. Or if you want to eat only food that looks like perverse, then pick these up. Pick up some Peter Peppers and lady fruit and titty fruit and stuff like that, and just like go at it. Except not the titty fruit, that's poisonous, that'll mess you up. But yeah, these ones are good. If you like grapes, Grapery does make a good quality grape. So here is a Muscadine, another grape variety that's kind of interesting because this is not in the same species as common table grapes that we eat. This is in a different species and also a different subgenus than regular grapes. And if you can see, it's like very round and it's got a thick skin on it, and that's like one way to really distinguish these from regular grapes. It almost looks like a little like jaboticaba. And I got this in Chinatown, and people sell this under a lot of different names. I saw vendors selling this under the name Muscadine Grape. I saw them selling it under Swamp Grape. I saw them selling it under Taiwanese Grape. No, that makes no sense. Italy Grape, that makes sense. How these are normally eaten is you bite a little hole in it and you suck out the center. And the center just like pops out. It has like rather large seeds, as you can see. They're like the size of like a lemon seed almost. And they don't taste very good. They're very bitter and green tasting. So while you're eating it, I mean, there's a little bit of like a learning curve to it, to suck it out through here and then to spit those out. It tastes almost like grape flavoring more than it tastes like an actual grape. Like when you eat something that is flavored like grapes, it tastes like this. Like regular grapes, I think are very like mild tasting. These are not mild. They just kind of punch you in the face. They do remind me quite a bit of the jaboticaba, actually. It has like a little bit of a creaminess to it, the way that jaboticabas have, or at least the red variety of jaboticabas have. And it's got like a little bit of like a berry taste to it, like a blueberry taste. It's very very complex compared to a regular grape. And the rind, as you can see, is quite thick and dark, and I'm gonna eat it. Rind tastes good. Don't see really the reason to suck it out. I guess you like don't need to wash it if you do that. It tastes like the inside, but it's not as sweet. It's not bitter. I was expecting it to be bitter, but it's not. And it's got like a little something extra, like a slight funk to it, just to that outside bit that reminds me a little bit of the meringue, like a slight like eggy, sulfuric taste kind of in there. Well, this has like a little bit of that too. There's like a little something like lurking beneath the surface of that grape flavor. So I'm gonna try one all together. Which is tricky because I'm like dodging seeds while I'm chewing this. And a little more complexity with the skin, but it's good. These are really most commonly used to make wine out of, and you can kind of get that from it. It's got a little bit of like a wine grape kind of flavor rather than like a table grape. There's definitely more defined taste to it. But yeah, so that is the Muscadine. Bye-bye. Okay, I only have 1 minute, so I have to make this fast. Guys, click the like button if you enjoyed this video. Click the subscribe button if you haven't already. Click that bell. I don't know what the bell does, but it probably gives an angel its wings, so click on it. That dislike button, don't click that one. Go to the comments, leave a comment if you have something to say. Go to this description, because in the description there is a link to my Patreon page where you can help contribute to my channel and make it grow. There's also a link to my website where you can see a backlog of videos, more information, and also you can buy a t-shirt at my website now. I want to give a special shout out to the channel Smarter Every Day. Smarter Every Day is a mega contributor on Patreon. They're really helping me out. If you like what I'm doing with fruit, check out his channel because it basically covers everything involving science. It's really interesting. Also around there should be a couple of videos right here. These are the videos to my next week's episode if it's up, and last week's episode where you can check that out. I still have 3 seconds, guys, so thank you so much. Bye-bye.